Ancient trees as soul, firelogs as oath. The Millennium Legend of Basha. Miao Village. China is a land of magnificent mountains and rivers, with a cultural heritage stretching back 5,000 years. As the world's sole ancient civilization that has endured without interruption from generation to generation, China has weathered the trials of time and forged an inclusive and enduring Eastern spirit. Across this vast territory, 56 ethnic groups live in harmony and mutual support. Each ethnic group shines brightly with unique charm. Every region preserves distinct cultural codes, and every folk custom bears the warmth and legend of thousands of years of history. Some ethnic groups move the world with graceful songs and dances, while others carry forward ancient craftsmanship through dedicated inheritance. Deep in the Moon Mountain range of southeastern Guizhou hides a primitive and a pure Miao settlement, Basha Miao Village. Surrounded by rolling mountains and towering ancient trees, far away from the noise of modern cities, it retains the most authentic and pristine lifestyle of the ancient Miao ancestors. The world knows it as China's last firelog tribe. Yet few people understand that behind its mystery and simplicity lies a touching millennial legend of harmony between humans and nature, as well as profound loyalty and perseverance. Today, let us step into this hidden paradise and explore the faith and tenderness deeply rooted in the blood of the Basha people. For most people, trees are merely scenery and natural resources. But for the Basha people, trees represent bloodline, faith, and the eternal destiny of life. For thousands of years, the Basha have abided by an ancient ancestral rule: never cut trees recklessly, never harm a single plant. In the long history of this village, mountains, forests, and vegetation are regarded as sacred gifts that protect the village and nourish its people. Every blade of grass and every ancient tree is treated with sincere reverence. This age-old natural law has sustained the tribe for millennia and remains their most genuine way of safeguarding their homeland. This profound reverence for trees has long blended into the cycle of life, forming the unique and soul-stirring philosophy of coexistence between humans and trees. In Basha, every new life is bonded with a tree from the moment of birth. When a baby is born, village elders will choose an auspicious day and location to plant a unique live tree for the newborn child. From the moment it takes root in the mountains, the young tree grows alongside the child. It sprouts in spring, flourishes in summer, matures in autumn, and rests in winter. Just as a child grows from infancy to youth, to adulthood, and old age, bearing the hopes of the whole family, this tree witnesses every joy and sorrow, every rise and fall throughout the person's entire life. Decades later, the sapling grows into a towering ancient tree, shading the land and guarding the person who grew up with it. When life comes to an end and time draws to a close, the Basha people require no luxurious coffins, no grand tombs, and no carved stone tablets. The live tree that has accompanied them for a lifetime becomes their final resting place. Villagers carefully harvest the wood of this lifelong companion tree to make a simple coffin for the deceased. After burial, families build no mounds or monuments. Instead, they plant a new evergreen sapling on the grave. The old tree returns to the earth to nourish the land, while the new tree grows upward to continue the cycle of life. In this way, the soul of the deceased lingers among the roots, dwelling forever with the green mountains and forests. Born with a tree planted at birth, buried beneath a tree at death, sheltered by trees in life, resting among trees in eternity. With this purest philosophy, the Basha people complete the perfect cycle of life, interpreting the ultimate romance of eternal interdependence between humanity and nature. For thousands of years, adhering strictly to ancestral teachings, the Basha people have cherished every tree and protected every forest, never felling ancient trees on their own initiative. The mountains remain lush, the woods evergreen, guarding the peace and serenity of the village. Yet in 1976, for the greater good of the nation, they made unprecedented exception, writing a deeply moving story of patriotism. In that year, the Memorial Hall of Chairman Mao was under construction in Beijing. People of all ethnic groups across the country donated precious building materials to express their deepest respect and love for the great leader. Upon hearing the news, the simple and sincere people of remote Basha village held endless admiration in their hearts. After careful discussion, they made a breathtaking decision to donate their most sacred and treasured 1,000-year-old camphor tree, the village's divine guardian tree. This ancient camphor tree has stood on the mountain for over 1,000 years, with a sturdy trunk and a sprawling canopy that shaded the sky. It was revered as the village's spiritual protector and most sacred totem. For countless generations, no one had ever dared to harm even a single branch of this holy tree. It was an unshakable symbol of faith for every Basha villager. To cut this sacred tree meant abandoning their most cherished faith and severing their spiritual root. An immense sacrifice for the tree-worshipping Basha people. Nevertheless, faced with national righteousness and boundless love for their motherland, they did not hesitate to pay tribute to the great leader and dedicate to the country. They reluctantly parted with their millennial sacred tree and donated it entirely free of charge to Beijing, serving as precious material for the construction of the Memorial Hall of Chairman Mao. On that solemn day, the whole village fell silent, and the mountains stood in quiet tribute. Men, women, elders, and children gathered along the road, watching their sacred ancient tree leave the village slowly. No voices were raised, only heartfelt reverence and reluctant sorrow. This was the only time in Basha's 1,000-year history that the tribe voluntarily cut an ancient tree and broke their millennial ancestral rule. One exception, remembered forever. One sincere dedication, stirring the whole nation. Today, the remaining root stump of the sacred tree still stands quietly on the village mountaintop, well protected under a delicate memorial pavilion. Standing tall against the wind year after year, it tells the purest patriotism hidden deep in the Guizhou Mountains. It bears witness to the Basha people's extraordinary choice and perseverance, embodying the most genuine and fervent love for the country from a remote ethnic minority village. Guarding ancient forests for millennia, protecting their homeland with devotion, holding deep love for the nation, and inheriting timeless spirit. Upon this foundation of reverence for nature and patriotism, Basha village preserves China's last primitive tribal legacy, China's last firelog tribe. Contrary to common stereotypes, the firelogs of Basha have never symbolized violence. Instead, they represent guardianship and inherited spirit. Since ancient times, the Basha people have lived deep in the mountains, carrying firelogs on their shoulders, machetes at their waists, with traditional topknots and primitive miao costumes. For generations, firelogs have guarded the forests, protected the village, and preserve the local peace, serving as a spiritual totem passed down through the tribe's long history. As times have changed, most regions in China have abandoned ancient tribal traditions. Only Basha has fully preserved this primitive and ancient civilization. The Basha people never abuse their firelogs, nor disturb the peace of nature. They simply uphold ancestral ways to protect their inherited mountains, forests, trees, and folk traditions. Firelogs defend the village peace. Ancient trees sustain the cycle of life, and loyal hearts engrave eternal patriotism. These three elements together forge the unique and unparalleled spirit of Basha. The world admires Basha's mystery and primitiveness, yet few understand that its true essence lies in extreme reverence and sincere devotion. They revere nature, so they plant trees at birth and return to trees at death, sustaining endless ecological vitality. They love their motherland deeply, so they break millennial taboos, sacrificing their most sacred totem for national righteousness. They adhere to their original heart, preserving ancient tribal customs through thousands of years of changes, and guarding a pure land in the noisy modern world. One ancient tree embodies the cycle of mortal life. One firelog safeguards generations of peace. One remote village carries 1,000 years of legend. In the long river of China's 5,000-year civilization, Basha Miao village shines as a gentle and unique pearl, humble and quiet. It interprets the most touching stories between humanity and nature, and between individuals and the nation, through simple perseverance, pure devotion, and eternal patriotism. As years go by, ancient trees remain evergreen, and ancestral firelogs still stand, nestled deep in the mountains of Guizhou. This 1,000-year-old Miao village will continue carrying its eternal life faith and passionate loyalty, writing endless immortal legends in the grand picture of Chinese civilization. Thank you for watching. See you next time.